Hey y'all, welcome back to Trapper Talk with Baxter. That's right, Baxter, the tired tiger. What the hell was that? I wasn't no trapper. These dang spoilers just keep popping up. I gotta do something about them. I'm gonna cut them. Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 2. I wanted to do Rough Riders, but I don't have that many, and frankly, they're just not quite as interesting. They're not bad, though. I'll do one in the future. Today I'm going to focus on frost. That's right. I said it. Said the F word. Frost knives. Frost knives. Now, most of my frost knives are the Steel Warrior. I do have one that is the Silver Horse. That's all I have. Apparently I have 5 now. They're very fantastic knives. I have some with half stops, and then these 3 don't have half stops. It's very interesting. I wanted to highlight this specific one. This is the Stag Bone, and I saw it, and it was $17.50 at Chicago Knife Works. You can get them at Atlantic Knife Center for $24.44 or something like that. $24.50, let's call it. Which is still an incredible deal. I wanted to see, this did not say fake stag bone, it said stag bone, and to me it looks real, it feels real, it's got a good weight to it. They haven't released these in the past. I guess these might have come out about 3 years ago. They're currently sold out at Smoky Mountain Knife Work. Back springs look great. I think I see a hair gap right there, but really nothing any worse than any case that I have. I do notice the main blade is off to the show side a hair, but it's not rubbing. The pole's great. It's probably a 5. This one does not have a half stop. So it's similar to a case full-size trapper. And the spay blade. The usual. But I want to get in on this stag bone. See if we can get in there. Give you a close-up. It's real stag. And what a deal. Dang it, I forgot to bring paper in. I was going to do a paper cutting competition. I may have to pause this video. Here's the back side. You can see, look at how there's more stag on this side than this side, which reminds me a lot of my Barlow. I'm just fighting the blur. Where you got a lot on one side and not much on the other side. This is real stag. Honestly, I think the frost stag is nicer. This looks like it's been tumbled or something. Yeah, that frost stag. Looking great. Also wanted to compare it to, let's see, while I'm in focus, I might as well keep it up here. Probably one of my favorite trappers of all time, the 6.5 case stag. I know they have 6.5 burnt. I don't recall this one being called burnt. I think the burnt is a little bit darker. I do love this knife, but this is bordering on $80, I think, and this is $20, so a quarter of the price. The pole's similar. The case has a little bit stronger of a pole. Look at those blade shapes. Almost identical. Not quite. Really close. The case seems to have a better snap to it. But for $80, I'd expect that. Great knife. I love case. I'm not knocking them. They're incredible. But for $17.50, give me a break. So I'm thinking about picking up a second one. It's so nice. I was also really impressed by this. This actually, this is the Mustang. So I do have a different one. I like the bone on this. I like the stamped bolsters. This one has a half stop, which is really cool. Incredible walk and talk. Back springs look good. There is a hair gap at the top, you know. I think this was like $12, $13. The bald eagle, symbol of America, right there, with buffalo horn. This also has half stops. Steel warrior. Great walk and talk. The pictures showed like a samurai stamped here and an SW steel warrior stamped here. I'm kind of glad it wasn't there. I like the plain bolsters. Back springs on this are immaculate. Perfect. Centering's good. The main blade is off to the show side or pile side a bit. You know, I've had some cases like that. I've showed this many a times. They called it Stag at Smoky Mountain, but it's a burnt bone, or torched bone, excuse me, which makes sense, but it does kind of have the weight of Stag. The Silver Horse, blade centered, no half stops, really good pull on this one. Just really nice, you know, and file work. I mean, I've showed it before, just trying to do a quick overview. I love the black blades on this. And then my other Steel Warrior. And I expected this to have half stops because this one did. But it doesn't. Which is alright. It's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. I like half stops, but I have plenty of case knives without half stops. Great walk and talk. Absolutely perfectly centered blades. Or wait. Okay, so it's off to the show side, the main blade. Just a hair. Not rubbing. Spay blade is perfectly centered. Back springs look really good. Boy, it's hard to get it in there with that reflection. Hair gap. Granted, I think this was maybe $15. I mean, I have Rough Riders with hair gaps. Love the colors on this. Kind of like Lifesavers. Boy, I don't like the reflection. I love it. Bright, colorful knife. Let me see if I can grab a piece of paper and do a factory edge test here. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is factory edge. I haven't even stropped it, haven't done anything. I'm sure they can... it started good. Kind of hanging up a bit. Not bad. I mean, I could... yeah. Might need a strop. Let's compare it to this case here. A little better. So, I mean, and I've heard that case factory edges aren't the best, and you really need to kind of go over them anyways. A lot of the work I do, they work just fine, and when they get dull, that's when I touch them up. So, you know, let's try the Spay blade. Maybe it's a little bit better. Not the best, but not bad. It cuts paper. That was my first paper cutting test. I hope you enjoyed. So again, if you can pick this up, hell of a deal. I probably shouldn't be telling you so they don't get all sold out. I mean, I do have one. Do I need to? No, but look at that Stag. I mean, come on. Real stag bone. Nice shield. Good thing about these shields is you can't really get them crooked because they can only go in one way. They're not round. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was kind of a quick run through of a lot of knives, as usual. I kind of want to start focusing on one or two knives. Maybe I'll do like a breakdown or a review, but these are my Frost trappers. I wanted to do another trapper talk with Baxter. So you all cowboys out there, you giddy up, move along. Have a good night.